Hello guys, welcome back to Commerce class. Today we are going to start new chapter that is banking latest trends. After globalization, there are a lot of changes in the world, even in banking sector also, especially transferability of funds in banking. Olden days, payment of money used to be by hand, but these days it became very easy. Why? Because banking sector provides various methods to transfer funds through online mode. There are two important methods to transfer funds through online mode. One is RTGS, means real time gross settlement. Second, NEFT, means National Electronic Funds Transfer. So let us discuss about first RTGS, real time gross settlement. Real time gross settlement is a fund transfer system in which funds are transferred from one bank account to another bank account on a real time and a gross basis. Transferring funds on a real time basis means that the transaction of the funds is carried out as soon as it received, and settlement on a gross basis means that the transaction is settled on a one-to-one basis without merging them with other transactions. In simple terms, RTGS means a funds transfer system in which funds are transferred instantly between bank accounts without merging them with any other transactions. RTGS facility is available to customers between 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. at CBS enabled bank branch. CBS means core banking system. There are some features regarding RTGS, so let us learn about them. First one, fast and immediate fund transfer system. RTGS is a fast fund transfer system. The settlement of a RTGS transaction is done at once and separate without merging it with any other transaction. The transaction takes place without delays or long processing period. This makes it a reliable fund transfer method when the transfer needs to be made immediately or on the same day. Second, no payment of transfer fee to be paid by depositor. In order to promote transactions, RBI has removed payable transaction fees for RTGS transaction, irrespective of any bank. Third, helpful in carrying out high value transactions. A very important feature of RTGS fund transfer method is that it is very helpful in carrying out high value business transactions. The minimum transferable amount of transaction through the RTGS system is 2 lakhs rupees, and there is no limit as to the maximum transferable amount. This makes it is a popular method among customers who make such type of transactions. Fourth, safe and secure with RBS banking. RTGS is one of the safest method of fund transfer available, as this is backed by the Reserve Bank of India. This ensures that it is a legal fund transfer system. The computers and service managing such transfers are strong and safe from many hacking technologies. This makes it a secure way of banking where customers are safe from frauds, scams, and etc. Fifth, irrecoverable transfers. The transaction under RTGS system are final and irrecoverable. Sixth, no involvement of any third party. The funds transfer in this method takes place on a one-to-one basis, which means that is the fund transfer take place only between the two parties involved. That means between the depositor and the receiver. No third party is involved and the payment is made to the receiver at once and separate without merging it with any other transaction. Second method, NEFT, National Electronic Funds Transfer. This is also one of the method to transfer funds. National Electronic Fund Transfer System is a country-wise funds transfer system in which the transfer of funds from one bank account to another bank account is done in branches which are carried out at particular intervals of time. In this system, the transfer of funds take place in branches at particular time. All transactions are held till the time. When the time arrives, the transaction pending are then carried out. This process repeats itself for fixed number of times. Here also there are some features. Let us learn about them. First one, simple and efficient. In NEFT, a depositor needs to do is to log in into his or her net banking account and select the person to whom she or he wants to send money and then specify the correct amount to be transferred and then do the transaction. The depositor does not have to send demand draft or check or do the lengthy banking process at bank branch. He can simply access it from his home. This makes this process simple and efficient and at the same time saves time and effort of a depositor, the receiver and the bank as well as. Second, high market reach. NEFT transactions are mainly carried out electronically and can be availed by anyone from any place having internet access at the convenience of the user. In addition to this, NEFT transactions can also be made through ATMs, making this available to consumers who may not even have a bank account or access to net banking. Third, available to everyone. NEFT allows individual firms and organizations to carry out money transactions even without having a bank account. They only need to deposit the money at a NEFT enabled bank branch. In such cases, when one does not have a bank account, the maximum amount which can be transferred is 49,999 rupees. NEFT required the individual firm or organization to have a bank account with a NEFT enabled bank branch in order to receive funds. Fourth, reduce workload. As NEFT transactions are carried out electronically and occur online, consumers do not need to spend time in filling forms, standing in long line at bank branch, submitting them to the right desk, moving here and there in bank and so on. The receiver also does not require bearing the burden of a huge paperwork. The working bank account along with the relevant details submitted online are often enough to authenticate transactions. This reduces the workload of the depositor, receiver, and as well as the bank. Fifth, secure. NEFT is a secure method of fund transfer. Banks often place multiple authentication setups to verify the sender's identity when ensure that issue of theft and frauds are negligible. In addition to the NEFT is managed by the Reserve Bank of India, which further adds to the overall security of this mode of payment. Sixth, no transaction fees. In order to promote digital transactions, RBI has removed transaction fees for all NEFT transactions irrespective of the bank. Seventh, no barrier of amount to be transferred. NEFT is suitable for transactions of any demonstrations. In NEFT, there is no minimum amount required to be transferred and no maximum amount that can be transferred. In case of RTGS, the minimum amount required to be transferred is 2 lakhs, while NEFT has a minimum transaction amount of 1 rupee. This makes NEFT suitable for the average consumer and even the some business. Last and final point, round the clock service availability. Since December 2019 onwards, NEFT is available round the clock. That means the consumers can avail NEFT service 24/7. So this is what about RTGS and NEFT. Thank you.